What's popping, my people? What's popping? Let's get this live cracking. Let it going. Um, First off, I would like to say that Canelo Alvarez, Saul El Canelo Alvarez, one of the most talented boxers on the face of this planet. He's getting paid 365 million in 11 fights. I believe that's over a 5-year period, 6-year period. I could be wrong. But that's accumulates to what, 20 million, 25 million if I some close to that. So the dude is crazy talented, super skilled, super intuitive, very cerebral, and he has great critical thinking skills in his brain. The way that he thinks before he throws his shots, the way that he feints before he throws uppercuts, the way he feints and then works himself to the body, making sure he's always in position to throw the proper punch at the right time. And it's the way he places his punches that make him so talented. When you come into the room, I would appreciate if you hit the like button, hit the share button, and you hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to the bottom right hand of your screen, the bottom right hand corner of your screen. And feel free to donate and super chat if you want to as well, with the dollar sign icon. Now to break it down, Canelo, he works his jab very well in the mid range. A lot of people miss that. His mid-range game is top notch, if not the best I've seen in many years. People think it's so easy to beat Canelo. Canelo is seasoned, and he's at his peak, his prime to me of how good he can be. I don't care what nobody said. For him to have the mental fortitude, the to handle the bright lights, to handle the big stage, time and time again. And his resume is crazy. I mean, if not the best resume in boxing, next to Floyd Mayweather. I mean, the guy has a crazy resume for how many wins he's racked up since the Floyd Mayweather loss. I believe he's been undefeated for 8 fights since the Floyd Mayweather fight. I could be wrong, could be a little bit more. But the guy's special. He's already up to what, 50 fights? Let me see. I think he's at 50 fights already. I think he's at 50 fights already. But I'm gonna wait for more of you guys to come on to the room before I really get down to business with what I wanted to talk about. So I'm gonna wait for you guys to come on into the room. Kind of lost my voice. I was yelling at the TV screen last night with all the fights. Hold on, let me go straight to it. Canelo ring. Let's see here. Wait for some more people to come on in. We can chop up some good game. We get it cracking with this boxing. Let me see. Okay, blah blah. Ratings. Okay, yeah, here goes all the ratings. All right. Perfect. For Canelo Alvarez, he's rated for whatever reason very low in the pound for pound rankings, which is weird to me because he is one of the best pound for pound fighters in the game, especially after this win at 168, getting a title. Despite what you may think of Rocky Feldon, Rocky still was the champion. You feel me? And he had to take the title from the champion, which he did. I think Rocky's decent. He's not great. He's definitely not good, but he's just at that point of decent. That's why he did not look like nothing compared to a Canelo, because Canelo outskills you, he outwills you, he outpunches you, he outfeints you, he out everything's you unless you're ready for that type of thunder. Now Canelo's 50-1 with 2 draws, 34 knockouts. Tremendous record. He could retire tomorrow if he wanted to. He's going into the Hall of Fame regardless. He is the lineal champion, and he's Ring Magazine's champion at 160 pounds. Why is he the lineal champion? Because he beat the guy, meaning Gennady Golovkin is the guy who beat the guy who beat the guy. And that's how he became undisputed. Canelo fought him the first time, draw, second time, won. Now has the ring, the WBA and the WBC. So if he was to get another title, I believe 3 out of the 5 titles is considered undisputed. You guys check me on my math. I could be wrong, but you guys check me on my math about that. I believe it's 3 out of the 5 titles. Because I remember Muhammad Ali to be lineal heavyweight champion that he was back in the day, back when he was called Cassius Clay. He had 3 out of the 5 titles, or I think it was 2 out of the 4 back then. Because I don't think it was one of those were not around at the time. So it was classified as 2. But now that it's 5, it's 3. As long as you have 3 of the 5 titles, you can be considered the lineal champion. I believe Tyson Fury still the lineal champion at heavyweight. Trying to think. Bernard Hopkins back in the day was the lineal champion at 160 pounds. Yeah, middleweight. He had took the title, beat the man who beat the man, which I believe was Jermaine Taylor, to get all the undisputed titles. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Dazin is only getting better from here. Canelo making a name for his legacy. Yeah, Jeremy, he is. Dazin is only getting better and better. But the thing is, they said that he's gonna invest more money. He's been telling Oscar that pay-per-view is done. Pay-per-view is done, and if pay-per-view really is done, then he's gonna have to be shelling out a whole lot of money, or they must be making money, because you're not gonna keep shelling out money if you're not making money. That's just a backward strategy, and all people who are shrewd when it comes to business is you do not give more than you make, or if you are giving more than you make, you're gonna make double or triple on the back end. That's the only way. Canelo, one thing that I respect about him is he takes every fight seriously. He doesn't take any fight lightly. He takes everybody the same. He treats everybody the same, and that's real workmanlike of him. That's real. That shows his pride about how he feels about himself. That he takes himself serious. He takes his craft seriously. And those are the type of fighters that I respect. That's why I've been a huge Canelo fan when it comes to his skill set. I always tell people that his craft has gotten way better over time. Like I said, I've been watching him since he was a teenager. I remember his first couple fights where you had to literally catch a live stream, a Mexico live stream. It was super, super, super blurry. It was just different back then. And now he signed a contract with DAZN. Some say Daz, and I say DAZN because of that's the correct way of saying whatever. And for him to make it that far, that he has, and he's been boxing for over 10 years already. It's amazing. Who should he fight next? I like Jacobs, Charlo, and Lemieux in that order. I would say Canelo should fight Jacobs next, because he's already fought a light touch, which is Fielding. That's a light touch, some light work. Now go ahead and face Jacobs. Take a little time off, because Canelo has a knee brace on. So what he really needs to do with all that money, he's made a whole lot of money, and there's no excuses for it. He should be getting, if he has meniscus tears, he should be getting the hydrotherapy. He should be doing those leg treatments. He should be going to German doctors, making sure he gets his knee worked on, because they say Germany has some of the best doctors for physical therapists for sports. So you should be going there. Go to the same doctor that Kobe Bryant. Hit up Kobe Bryant, get on that phone, and ask him, hey, how can I get my knee better? Because you guys need to check out his knee. If your knee doesn't get better, it's only going to get worse as you age. So it's best to get that 100%, if not 95%, somewhere around there, so you can perform at your top optimal level that you've been doing. Because these fighters are only going to get better. The competition is only going to get more stark, more harder, more difficult, because this is levels. And Canelo shows that there's levels to this game. People, he can't go to 168. This guy's too big. What is he doing? Canelo can really go up to 175. Yes, I said he can go if he wanted to. He has enough skills and talent. He actually moves his fucking head, and he moves his waist, he moves his hips, he does very good hip movement. He moves. When you do that and you do it consistently and you have good eyes for shots that's coming to you, as long as the guy's not overly, a speed demon like a Lara or Demetrius Andrade or even Charles, somebody that's super fast, then even Billy Joe Saunders, I feel like Canelo's type of person where you may hit him in the first couple rounds. You may get him a little bit. But as long as you don't knock him down or get him rattled or knock him out, he's going to figure you out. He has a good computer. His computer at this stage of the game is top level. What does computer mean? Computer means where you have very, very good eyes. You have very good direction on what your opponent is doing. So you master what he's doing. You meet him with a great counter offense. And that's what Canelo does. In each and every fight, he meets you with a great counter offense. And his defense is just as good to me now at this stage of the game as his offense. And that's a hard person to beat. That's a very hard person to beat. He even has a little shoulder roll that he does. His own version of the shoulder roll. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Malipas, Jalisco, Mexico City, Mexico. What's popping? Nazin is the shit. Canelo versus Jacob, Cinco de Mayo 2019. Yeah, Melepas, I would like to see that. I would like to see that definitely. Jalisco, I think that in Mexico City it should be a showdown with Daniel Jacobs in Mexico City. It could be at the Garden too. They can have it at the Garden. He could come back in Cinco de Mayo, but I think he'll make more money for both, and I think it'd be a bigger event at the Azteca Stadium in Mexico City, Mexico. I think that'll be the proper way to have Canelo come through and have a hero's welcome. He deserves it. I mean, he's been fighting in America for the past 10 fights, 20 fights, I believe, and it's time for him to go back home and do like I said, a hero's welcome. If it's not Jacobs, who would you like to see Canelo fight next? Be logical, though. Be logical. Don't pull up somebody out your ass that he's just not going to face right now. Don't do that. He could do another light touch, to be honest. He really could. If he really wanted to, he can go back to, because he is going back down to 160. He just wanted to do this for legacy purposes, go up to 168 and win another title. But as quiet as it's kept, like I told you guys before, I think he can beat David Benavidez at this stage of the game. Even though I'm a huge David Benavidez fan, height, you can't teach height. That's only for basketball. When it comes to boxing, it's about skills. It's about chin, your will to win. And David does have a very good chin and all that good stuff. But I think if he get hit to that bread basket, that soft body, I think Canelo would just break him apart, like literally tear him apart with those big hammer left and right hooks. There you go. That's a logical fight. Maligas Jalisco, Zurdo Ramirez versus Saul El Canelo Albert. That'd be crazy for September 2000. That'd be crazy. Now, if Canelo do that and he knock him out, you know how big that'll be for his career to knock Zurdo out? And Zurdo's very talented. And if he spoke English, he really could get the American fans because, he's tall, the handsome look or whatever. Girls will go crazy, blah, 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 blah. But he's starting to learn English. If he would actually take the initiative to learn English and be over here more, I'm telling you, he could be huge. Zurdo would be huge. But I think he lacks in power. He has decent power, but I think he lacks in power because if you don't get Canelo's respect, he's going to knock you out. Or he's going to make you miserable for 12 rounds. And you're going to take a whole lot of punishment, and it's going to change the face of your career. And a lot of you don't understand that. A lot of you want these champions to fight champions every single fight, and that's just not going to happen. These are not piñatas out here. These are actual human beings. Yeah, they may seem, I say Mortal Kombat. I do that for a play on words. I say Tekken. I say Shao Kahn. I say Ogre. I say, these different type of people. Shang Tsung. But those are just references. In real life, You're a human being. You take a whole lot of punishment. Look at Jesse Hart, for instance. You could tell he's been in too many wars. I was a fan of his fighting style because he doesn't give up. But damn it, you can't sit on the ropes and let somebody just beat up on you because you're trying to look cool. It seems like he's left a lot of his soul in sparring. A lot of his soul is left in that ring when you spar. And a lot of you think that old school way of thinking, spar 150 rounds for every fight and you should be able to, perform at the top level. Not necessarily. There's been research shown that you preserve your body way more when you spar a little bit here, a little bit there. Do more mid work than anything else. Work on your defense, work on your offense, work on counter punching. And if you are going to spar 150 rounds, let it be light work. Leave your hard, crazy crazy fighting for the actual ring. Don't just go in there and throw punches like a fucking nutcase in sparring and then you're getting hit with bombs and then you expect to perform at your top elite level of yourself on fight night. That doesn't work like that. There's a reason why a lot of people are kind of brain dead nowadays that were from the 80s and stuff. Like they slur their speech, they walk slow, they just look kind of out of it. There's a reason for that. How far you think Canelo new stablemate Ryan Garcia will go? German, I'm actually going to do a video on that after I get done with this live stream. We'll talk about Ryan Garcia in depth. And I'm going to talk about what I think of him now because I'm still a fan of his skill set. I feel like he's doing better instead of doing this, leaning back in a straight line. You could tell Eddie Reynoso, who does not get enough credit, Eddie Reynoso is one of the best trainers of all time. I'm going to say it right now. Eddie Reynoso, Chepo Reynoso's son, is going to become a Hall of Fame trainer, boxing trainer. The dude is talented. The dude teaches defense. A lot of people don't teach defense nowadays, especially in the Mexican boxing culture. It's taught to lead with your head first, go straight at them, throw a couple body shots, and take one to give one. Eddie don't teach like that. Eddie said, no, 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 no. We're gonna change the face of Mexican boxing. We're gonna change the face of that machismo, the true guerrero spirit. You feel me? That verdad guerrero spirit. You feel me? Hit that like button. I've been in here for almost 20 minutes. If you're in the chat, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that share button. Hit the like button. Hit that button. Malipas, Jalisco, who do you think is trainer of the year? It's Chepe Reynoso, man. The way he's made Ryan better already, the way that he's made Ryan sit down on his punches more instead of being so jittery and just moving around the ring aimlessly for no reason. He's having Ryan really sit down. And I bet you it's Chepo's idea to make him go up. I mean, Eddie Reynoso and Chepo's idea to make him go up to 135. Ryan has no business at 130. If he was face any of the top tier champion, any of the super champions at 100, I hate that word, super champion, but any of the real champions at 130 pounds, he would end up getting knocked out because he's draining himself, number one. Number two, it's the experience factor of being on a tier, the top tier stage and handling all the pressure. You gotta understand the media drains me. That's why I respect all champions that get up there because you have to go to the media, you have to talk through the media, you have to have a lot of coaching with your media. It's a lot that goes into all these interviews and you have to do promotion, you have to do advertising, you got commercials that's coming at you, especially a guy like Ryan Garcia who's really, really, big right now. Instagram, he has 1.5 million followers. The girls are going crazy. It's a lot that he has to take on. It's a lot of pressure. So for him to do what he's doing, respect to him. And Eddie Reynoso is my trainer of the year. That's my trainer of the year. People can say whatever they want to say, but that's my trainer of the year. And if it's not Eddie Reynoso, then it's Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia is special. Robert Garcia, the way that he trains his fighters, the way that he teaches his fighters more defense than what people think. And I'm a big proponent of trainers who teach defense first Cause like Eddie Futch would teach defense first. Defensive posture first, then offense. Cause you can always throw offense. Offense wins the fight, of course, but your defense prolongs your career. Your defense give you a career like Bernard Hopkins that spanned it over 22 years. Your defense give you a career like a Floyd Money Mayweather, where it's 19, 20 years and beyond. He's still able to do exhibition fights and getting paid a 10-figure. 10-figure salary. No, 8-figure salary, not 10. 8-figure salary for doing 9 minutes because he still has this. Gotta think. He still has his brain. So that's important. Any other questions from German or Malipas, Jalisco? Any other questions before I head off here and do the Ryan Garcia post fight? Reason why I didn't, even put Rocky's name in here is because Rocky, he's not a big name guy. I mean, they hyped him up. The British people do what they're supposed to do, and that's why I respect the British boxing fan more than any other boxing fan in the world. They will ride to the end of the earth with their fighter, and that's how you're supposed to be. You're supposed to represent your countrymen with pride and joy. You're supposed to have love, unconditional love for your fighters. Especially the ones that's going in there fighting for you. I respect that. But anyway, before I leave, hold on. Spence versus Garcia. Ooh, no. You mean Danny Garcia? I know you're not talking about I know you're not talking about Ryan Garcia. Please tell me you're talking about Danny Garcia. Let me know in the chat. Can't wait to see what Eddie does with Val. There you go. Valdez is extremely talented, but I think he got to a point where a lot of boxers do. They get kind of stagnant doing the same training, the same routine, and you need a mix-up. You need a new groove, as they call it. You need somebody that's teaching you something new so you can stay fresh. It's almost like a fruit. You leave that fruit without being inside of some type of, container or something. What happens to the fruit? It turns rotten. It turns just disgusted. It just, but if you have it wrapped up, you have it sealed, it's going to be fresh. It's going to be new. It's going to feel like it can rejuvenate itself. It has oxygen. And that's what Valdez needs. He needs oxygen. He needs to have that new spark, get lit. And I feel like Eddie Reynoso is the guy to do it. He's definitely the guy to do it. Mikey versus Spence, 50-50 fight. Very 50-50. Why is it 50-50? Edwin El Inca Valero. Let me say it one more time. Edwin, the psychopath, El Inca Valero. He sparred him at 15 or 16 years old and somehow didn't get knocked the fuck out. If you don't get knocked the fuck out and you lasted in sparring with him, you're going to go on to be great, because you can't be scared of anybody else if you fought somebody like Edwin Valero and survived. Just surviving is an accomplishment against somebody like Edwin El Inca Valero. Do you know what he used to do to people in sparring? He would take their soul in sparring. A lot of people didn't even want to fight anymore because of that, man. And for Mikey to box and do what he do and had the skill to last in there with him, it's a reason why he's at the level that he's at now, and he's dominating his opponents in incredible fashion. The way he beat Broner, that's when I'm like, yeah, this dude's serious. Like, he's serious. The way he beat Broner and dominated Broner, I'm like, Mikey's a special fighter. He outboxed the boxer, the flashy, crafty Broner. He outcrafted the crafty Broner with just simple boxing skills. Step to the side, cut off the ring, a couple jabs, left hook, straight right hand, 2-3, 3-2 combinations, and that did enough. He went to the body a couple times when Broner did this against the ropes, which we all know Broner like to take breaks. Can't wait to see what Eddie does with Valdez. Read that already. Let me see what else is here. Yeah, I'm just excited for boxing right now. And people always talking about, oh, I love the old school, old school. Well, guess what? The new school is reigning supreme right now. Let's look at all these boxers. And this is just the middleweight division. We ain't even talking about all the other weight class. You got Canelo, who's elite, Triple G's, who's elite. Danny Jacobs is right there at the cusp of being elite if he's not elite. You got Demetrius Andrade, who is very elite. You got Jamal Charlo is on the verge of being elite. I mean, there's so many people. David Lemieux right at the cusp of being it, even though I think he's a B plus guy that just has A level power. But just look at that list right there. Billy Joe Saunders has the potential to be elite, but he got popped for drugs, so we don't really know what he's about. That's another person. Everybody like, oh, Billy Joe versus Canelo. I would like to see the fight, but I wonder what I want to see a fight of Billy Joe without being on the shit. Because being caught on any type of performance enhancers means that you don't believe. There's something in you where you don't believe in yourself. Because if you truly believe in yourself as a man, you're not gonna take nothing like that. You're gonna train hard like a real true warrior and live with the result. Testosterone can be built in so many different ways. I'm a nutritionist myself. I know all about this stuff. Testosterone can be built before the time of 6 a.m. in the morning. If you lift weights, you eat your protein, all that kind of stuff, you can really gain a lot of muscle and a lot of strength. Um, just sticking by that routine, sticking by that routine. But anyway, I'm gonna stay on the Canelo subject. Canelo, I would love to see him face Andrade. I know he's not gonna face him anytime soon, but hopefully by the year 2020, Canelo be about 32, 31. Andrade will be about 34, 35. I would love to see that fight. I think Andrade would probably be 33, 32, somewhere around there. Would love to see that fight. I feel like both are elite. Both are at the tip top of the sport, period. I think Andrade's skills are only getting better. Being put on a platform where he can shine and he can get that exposure. And yeah, I just want to see what you guys think, man. I really want to see what you guys think about Ryan Garcia, and I'm gonna do that video in just a second. So thank you for everybody who came into the chat. If you still want to watch the video, that's cool. I'm gonna go ahead and get to the Ryan Garcia fight. We're gonna talk about all the different variables about how Golden Boy is taking their time. They made the decision to take their time with his career instead of just putting him into a title fight in the first 5 or 10 fights like a Lomachenko. Lomachenko is special in that way that he could win a title, several titles, before 20 fights, which is fucking incredible. So anyway, get back to you guys with more boxing news analysis and updates. Peace. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, subscribe. Like, rate, comment, subscribe. Peace.